How are you lying on God? You keep on lying on God because you keep on talking about God said. And I don't have a problem with it, but I do have a problem with it because it's messing other people up. Y'all keep on saying that God said. And most of the times God didn't say it. 99.8237-6, it didn't say it. I understand you got books and texts, but even if you read a book or a text, there's a person who is considered a prophet said that God said. God told me and I told y'all. Now there's nothing wrong with assuming that this prophet is beyond reproach and belief. I'm not saying don't even doubt it a little bit. Believe it all you want to. Just don't say that God said it. If you didn't hear it, don't say that this is what God said. This is what God told him. Right? And if I believe that, I'm going to get my lessons from that because I trust him that he's telling the truth that God told him this. Or I may say there's no other way that he may know. I have all of my foundations to believe this individual or individuals. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I believe and feel the same way. But lying, saying that God said it, is messing people's heads up. Because if you wanted to hear God, what God said as far as written word, all you have to do is look at nature and know that God's written word in nature contradicts the concept of how we perceive what the prophets were trying to tell us. As we all agree, hey, yo, you're doing good. You should be rewarded for doing good. You're sacrificing. You should be rewarded. Everybody deserves life. Everybody deserves love. That is not in the first chapter book of God. The first chapter book of God, we all have to agree with his nature. There's population control in nature. Everything has to eat and be eaten. Everything. Some of them best babies, they die, get killed. Why? For population control. Because if it's too many, they will overpopulate and destroy everybody in the world. So there's population control, right? Is it the same God of the gazelle and the same God of the lion? And both of them praying? And God says, oh, the old and the very young, they're going to be too slow. Population control. The middle part will always get away until they get old or crippled. This is life and death that God had for us as animals. Just because we got water and then we came out there and built civilizations and then had to deal with that, now we wasn't part of that population control. But you're telling them that God said, if you do this, you're going to get that. Like, this is heaven. This is a trial. This is where warriors prove themselves through heartache, pain, and anguish. This is how you begin to grow through hard trials. And the more trials you go through, the prouder you feel of yourself because you look back and now who you are on the other side of these trials. And you're telling them that if they just do good, then God gonna bless them with what? God said, no, God did not say that. God said in nature that those mid-prime, they almost guaranteed to escape. The old and the young and the crippled, they're probably not going to make it. That's how God told us about life and death and reward of life and death. In his chapter of book that he wrote, or she wrote, or they wrote, or the zero wrote, or the creator put together, it's the footprint of nature. Undeniably. That's God's design. That's your creator's design. Not somebody else telling you somebody else. Still believe that prophet, because I damn sure believe those prophets. I believe that God spoke to them, and I'm going to read and I'm going to learn and listen about their relationship. And then I'm going to talk to my father myself too. Like, man, I'm still jealous of Solomon. I read that Solomon impressed God by the gift that he chose. And I'm like, how the hell you impress God? How the hell do you impress? How the hell? I'm competing with Solomon. Yeah, I want God to love me more than he loves Solomon. Shit. Just the truth of the matter. So I'm like, damn, how can I impress God? I'm like, I still can't imagine how I can impress God. By how I see God in my head, by God in the form of communication, blah, blah, blah. So no, I understand. But I'm still saying, even that, whatever Solomon said was his relationship with my Father, my Creator, our Creator, to me, my God, and however you form it. That's his relationship. But he's my brother, though. So I should have my own unique one. Please don't take all the bad from my life. Why you think I love God so much? Because of all the bad shit God got me through. That's why my faith is undeniable. Because of my trials. You take those trials out, I don't know if me and God is cool. Me and God didn't come up cool. I remember praying. My grandmother prayed. I watched her pray. Get on her knees every night and pray. And my granny, would you say your prayers out loud? She said her prayers out loud a few times. I didn't really, gather anything, but da-da-da. And I remember one time I was like, let me try to pray. I was like, Granny, can I try to pray? She was like, yeah. So I get down there. I remember that exact prayer. Look, God, thank you for my mama. Thank you for my daddy. Thank you for you. Thank you for Granny. And thank you for... And I could feel my grandmother tighten up. Now, for those who want to know, I'm a Sagittarius. She's a Cancer, for those that matter with it. I felt her tighten up. And then, I don't remember what I said after that, but I think I even waited for it. She's like, now, William, you got... I know she didn't want to interrupt me. I'm trying to pray. She did not want to mess that up at no cost. But in her mind, she had to. By her belief. She was like, no, William, now, look, now, it's okay. No, you did great. You have to put God first. I remember sitting there like, huh? She's like, and I know she knew she had to repeat that. William, you have to put God first. I'm like 9. I have to put God first. I'm like, what? In my head, why would I do that? I don't even know this dude. I thought I was giving him love, putting him ahead of you. Really? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I got to put him above mom? I mean, dad, it's cool. I could say, but mom? Man, mom feed me. Mom love me. Mom put socks on me. I'll let, nah, what? That's not how I feel, though. Really what it is. That's not, I don't know you like that. Why would I put you above my mother? You taste her cooking? Like them waffles? No, what? So anyway, I felt my grandmother asked me to do a lot. So I did it, and I know I did it like a kid. And I remember, because I was like, okay, thank you for God. Thank you for you. Thank you for my mother. Thank you for my father. Thank you for my grandmother. But on the inside, I was like, you still 3 down there, and I'm giving you love over Granny. That's how I felt about God, who has been my best friend my entire life. And this is the only reason why I'm saying something like, God is too cool, man, for y'all to keep on lying on him like that. I ain't saying don't tell your truths, man, but y'all indoctrinating the other people instead of living inside yourself. And now you got them confused. Now that's wrong, because I'm over here handling the damage, which I don't mind handling the damage. I'm just like, but y'all just getting too wild with it, man. Like, come on now, bring it in a little bit. God said do this, Revelation 13, Ezekiel 5:4-3. Man, hold on, look. Hey, man, instead of reading to it, man, why don't y'all group of y'all get together and show us, man, like, calm down on the hustle game, man. Y'all hurting people that ain't inside that circle, man. They over there talking about, what about this? Why come God didn't save us from that? Why come, instead of saying that God put these things down here, these turmoils, these tests, And we think we don't have to pass them. What happened to the old saying? You got to go through something to get to something. You got to go through something to get to something. What happened to those words? Why are we not telling our children that? Yo, this life is hard and you have to keep on striving. But as you keep on striving, you're sharpening your skills and who you are. You have to find out who you are created to be, who God made you to be, and learn to be that. That means you have to tap into God at some point in time. Whether you learn through God through a comic book, whether you meet your spiritual connection through the Matrix, whether you meet your spiritual connection through yoga or a religion, or a combination of all, a study of anthropology, to study God's work, study your anatomy, right? He made you, right? Look at the architect that made you. Made the universe, if you can agree to that, right? Look at the architect and how he made it, right? You ain't got to ask a lot of questions about God. Once again, look at nature. God show you. This is what I think about life and death. Most of y'all born ain't even going to make it, but the ones that do, when you make it to that water, speaking of the turtles, you got a hell of a journey ahead of you then. Grass has to fight. I mean, trees have to fight. And they fight for sunlight. There's nothing on this earth that does not fight to live, to grow. Growing is pain, right? It hurts. You're messed up because your reality is messed up, and now you see life through a different way. What happened? You just graduated to more knowledge and understanding, and now you can make broader and better decisions. Ding, ding, ding. You got to go through something to get to something. God is showing you everything. And, well, why did that happen? And why did that happen? And why did that happen? Yeah, that's a good... Because that's their triumphs. That's their trials. And everybody has their own individual trials. Why y'all keep looking at everybody else for theirs? Can't nobody help you on your trial. You can look at street and learn shit. But can't nobody tell you about your trials? Child, I promise you, whatever your trials is, it ain't nothing. I can fix it for you in a minute. And all your friends can fix it for you. But can't nobody fix theirs. Because your trials are tailor fit for you to become you. Look at that over there. I ain't gonna come. But that's even you to point there and say, distract people. Hey, look at over there. Why y'all over there doing that for? Oh, they are right where they're supposed to be. Where are you and where you're supposed to be? Did you download your mission? Did you look at yourself and like, well, I was created this, and this on this time, on this day. I have these attributes. You know what? I think and feel like this. Why was I created? What was I here to put here? So why are you looking at your brother, sister, mother, cousin? Why was I put here? They don't know. They don't know. Your pastor don't know. Your prophets don't know. Your books don't know. Nature don't know. Your creator knows. So where are you going? Where you going? Now you about to learn how to trust God. You about to, okay, well now I'm not about to eat pork. And now I'm not about to fast. And now I'm about to go. What that got to do with your mission that God made you for? I understand though. I know this because I had to walk this walk. And it is one hell of a walk. Boy, it is one hell of a costly walk. Boy, you got to pay each level. But it's, do you want what's on the other side? And know where you're supposed to stop at. The key thing is, why are you made? Look, if you're made to do one thing, that is the most important thing on the fucking planet. It should be to you. Because I want you to be great at it. I'm going to have to use that. It's going to affect me. Please don't look at another motherfucker. What is yours? And perfect that. Do we have jealousy? Yes. I'm jealous of a whole lot of people. People that can sing. I'm jealous of people that are just cool. I'm jealous of people who can just say shit and say a couple of lines and then put a picture and a whole movie inside of your mind. Man, I'm jealous of a lot of things because I would want to know what that feels like. But I can't let that jealousy stop me from being what nobody else on the planet can be. I started thinking about DJ Effects. This guy here, that's what he was saying. That's my boy. Shout out, WSRAradio.com. But come on, man. I know it's hard. That's why everybody lost, because nobody want to do hard no more. But the hard is where you learn to say, I'm a man. It's where you don't have to ask for respect. And it's the reason why you always give respect. Because you have a walk, you've earned yours, you feel good about self, so other people's possessions don't threaten you. You can just enjoy them. Because you've had your triumphs. That's what make you like, why you talk? I'm this type of woman. You don't talk to me like that because of what I've triumphed. You don't have to say it. It's all over you. It's the work. It's what you're going to see after it. It's after you take the trial of actually reading a book, popping up your imagination and seeing it and then gaining knowledge, and then you look at this same world again. It looks a little different. People look a little different. Things become more familiar. Why? You just graduated a level because you did the work that it took. And you can tell the ones that don't. That's where they need to be. Once again, what about you? This is why when they lie about my father, all of y'all can get lost so easily. It's not just their fault. They may be doing exactly what they were designed to do. And to them, they may be telling the truth. The only truth that they know. Because you know why? I damn sure lied on my father plenty of times thinking I was telling the truth. Convicted in my heart because that was all that I knew at the time. And it seemed like there could be no other possible answer. And man, I went around saying what I believed. And you know what? I don't believe I made a mistake. I believe that was exactly what I was supposed to do for the people who needed to believe what they believe. Some people need to be Jehovah's Witnesses. Some people need to be Nation of Islam. Some people need to be 5%ers. Some people need to be each, whatever you actually are. Freelancers, universal. We just get caught and we try to make everybody else what we need to be. What we were designed. If you were a painter or you played a guitar, our shit ain't the same. I don't need your information. I'm a DJ. Give me your finished product. So I need to focus on being a DJ. I need to study my craft. I need to understand psychology. I need to read people, read the room. I need to understand why everybody's coming to a room for. I need to have my own theme that everybody out there, the world is crushing them. And all they thinking about is, I want to get away from this pressure. I want to get away from this. Is life really like this? Oh, it sucks. And they make it to the club and enough come there. And then I'm right there and my problems are gone. I'm tapping into them and I'm going, scanning, and I'm boom. The next thing I know, next thing they know, they've been listening, and now their mind is having memories about when they was going, pick a toe in the shoe, bubble gum in the shoe, how many, something, 21. They start going back to when they was playing in their childhood, and then I keep that rhythm of movie playing, and then they pick those with those memories, and I keep watching the energy build. And I try to make them forget about it as long as they possibly can, and sweat it out, drink, and man, meet somebody, have a good time, cross somebody. There's no telling who fell in love, who fell out of love. They just needed that day just to release and just have their memories and remember who they were and why they were, and then they go back. They go back a certain way. That's what I was designed to do. I wasn't designed to leave with them. I wasn't designed to be on the floor with them, even though I always wanted to be like, man, I mean, come on, man, all my friends is gone getting up before I get off. And we all had a great time. We had a beautiful time together, didn't we? Like, we're connected on another level. We went on a mental journey, vibration. I was connected to everybody, but everybody gone, and I'm just here, I want to go out where y'all going. Did you invite the DJ? Wait for him. Then they might go, they don't even know who's killing. This shit was whatever, right? But I'll still want that. Am I jealous of some of them that got that? Yes. Yes, I'm jealous. Because I want to experience it and it look fun or cool or whatever. But I'm like, man, I was born to be me. I had to focus on my skill level, on perfecting what I was given. I want so much more that I see. It's okay. I decided I wanted to change my destiny because on the inside, I didn't feel like my destiny was great enough when I looked at myself. I was like, shh, God, if that's my destiny, hey, I'm fighting to change and I'm not fitting into no groove. I don't like the groove. I don't like the end of that song. And so I made up to change my destiny. So at least had a possibility to say that, like, well, God already knew that. I just didn't know it yet. But yeah, no, fuck that. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. You ought to have your relationship with God. Like, me and God argue. My God, me, we cuss. I cuss. All that. God, I have my reasons why I am transparent with my Creator. Which some other people might be considered blasphemy or disrespectful and want to kill me. And I'm sitting there talking to my Creator because I've come in my mind, I've said in myself, this is how I rationalized it for myself. I'm like, okay, God, if you don't have an ego, right? If you're not insecure and you already know how I feel and what I'm thinking, by me not saying it, I'm just lying to myself, right? You know I'm thinking it, right? Well, how about if I say it? Is that cool? Would it offend you? Would it hurt your feelings, your insecurities? Because that's where they come from. You don't have them, right? And you are. So if I say them, I'm just freeing myself. Oh, okay. Well, look, God, I don't like that. And I'm not going to say my words because some of you, out of respect for how y'all feel, you shouldn't have that image implanted inside your head. But I have my freedom in how I speak in true, raw, gutter, and with utter admiration and utmost fear that this is my Father, the most powerful entity that I can't even fathom to think about. Absolutely. But that's my shit. I went through studying with Jehovah's Witness, Hebrew Israelites, studying with, 5%ers, the Nation of Islam. Man, shout out to all of them because I got love for all of them from them. Christianity, I got love from all of them. I learned so much from each of them. And there's others like religious, spiritual thinking and teaching because they were dope to me. Now that I wanted more, or I wanted something else, not more. Because they even got deeper to where they were. So I can't say I got more. I went in there and got that much. So if they got deeper, by me saying more, like I left them something small. No, they got deeper right there. But for me, I know I got what I needed for my path and my journey, for my understanding, for my relationship. And mine is follow God and follow no man. That man is a pastor. I don't follow the pastor. Though I love Pastor Johnson in Indianapolis. And I felt like I loved his vision with the connection that I saw with him and God and how he created to the word and how he brought the word out and how that information I could see what I wanted to see while he was talking. Hey, so man, you the man. But did I follow him? Are you insane? You mean a man? Absolutely not. No, not ever. Brother Benjamin Davis, old brother like an owl. Well, wow, brother, wow. Studied with him in Bible seminar. Brain was crazy, like spiritual brother, man. Oh my God. Beautiful teacher, like knowledge, like tapped in. I could tell you some questions he asked, like where was God when God said let there be? And I watched a room full of ministers like speak before they even thought. And then come on, man. But man, I could go on forever about the stories and the things that they actually told me and the love that they gave. And it was time to go. The brothers I studied with, the Hebrew Israelites, I mean, even with the Egyptians, the Chematics, I mean, Brother Imhotep, Brother Kamal and them, I'm like, yo, that shit is, to me, all of that is more evidence of our Father. And the difference is in every single thing. And I hate that they bother my Father. How you gonna box up God? How you gonna box up the creator of the universe? How you gonna box? This is what God is, this is what God does, and this is all it is. Well, go look at his creation, they'll tell you. Did God not create a lizard and a dove? Did God not create centipedes and Scorpions? I'm sorry, Scorpios. But hey, That's another story. We know, y'all there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all karma on a lot of levels. But I'm just saying anyway. Look at God's creation. He created Komodo dragon. Guess what? God even created a chemistry atmosphere where this shit right here is going to have volcanoes erupt. Wow. Can you imagine that? And you're going to contain an entity at the very worst, no disrespect. I understand when they say, hallowed be thy name. I can't think of a name to describe God. Let's keep it real, because everything I can think of means I know. And I don't know dark matter. None of us do. And you're going to box God into what? What? Once again, keep preaching and teaching. I love the things I learned in revival from brothers really just loving God and saying, this is what God showed me. Not what God told you to do. God know how to talk to you, don't he? He talked to all them prophets. He talked to all of them. And before they were prophets, they were ordinary men, right? And these are recorded men that God talked to. And then they got to be a class. But, well, okay, so you talked to the men, right? And because it was recorded, they became prophets. I'm quite sure you talked to a whole bunch of other men that wasn't recorded, so they weren't prophets. So you only talk to a certain amount of people now? If you talk to them, you talk to me, right? Okay, well. Now, once again, I'm going to say this, though. In learning how to hear God and open up myself, I needed each one of these steps of so-called religion. So I love them all. Like I said, even the past when he was like, imagine your life. He said there's the 4 Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, right? Favorite, I love them. Only time recorded in the book that Jesus spoke, right? Now, once again, now I'm Christian-based. So let me tell you this. This as far as my Christianity belief and my core that was coming up. Of course, I had mine. Me and God been friends before I ever picked up a book. Me and God been friends. Me and God talked when I was 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, asking questions. When I began to search for God in the outer world and religion, I dipped through most of these, but I studied for a long time in Christianity, so I'm very well familiar with that base of. And that's how I was, saying. So anyway, I forgot what the hell I was about to say because of that. But I want to be careful because I don't want to. I'm not pushing anything because to me, your path to your creator is your path. I'm only saying it for the people that get hung up. I ain't even saying for the people that's doing it. I remember I was actually saying the example because this man was doing what he was doing. And he talked about, imagine that your life, he said, no, there was 4 Gospels, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. And he said, imagine your life being the 5th Gospel. And then he said, would it be worth reading? Now, instantly, when he said that, I sat there and I was like, my insides, before I could answer, said, no. I said, shit, no. And in my mind, I couldn't think of, well, what could I do to make it worth reading? I couldn't come up with nothing. And I was like, and so my arrogant, stupid side that don't care or think about consequences said, we're about to work on that. That was my answer. Hey, I don't know the answer. We about to find out. I want to make my 5th chapter. I have that in my mind now. My life, and when I leave, is going to be the 5th chapter. Would my shit be worth reading? What I need to do? Go help old ladies across the street, save some cats? What I need to do? But I want to make my 5th chapter at least something. At least Dr. Seuss to read. Greg's Green Eggs and Ham I Am. Something. Is that not me finding my way to God too? Is that not me finding the God in me? I don't want y'all to be hollering at them talking about, God said don't. No, man, holler inside the people that believe inside your bubble. When you are messing up somebody's reality, ask yourself, why am I intruding on this person's reality? Oh, because I care about God and I care about them. Okay, so if you care about God and you care about them, and you're bringing your philosophies to them, when you destroy their thought process base and faith base with your truth, are you prepared to stay with them and help them repair themselves to the truth? Or are you going to just walk away and tell them to come follow you now and start contributing to you and being there? Or are you going to, because you personally destroyed it with your truth? So was you doing it because you cared about them, or because it felt good to you, or you wanted to prove that you had the truth to yourself? What was your real reason for destroying this person's thing? Because once again, to me, if yours was to help them, then you go like, oh, I just blew your world up, didn't I? That was how you moved. That was your motivation. That was, well, listen, let me help you repair your foundation with the truth. I'm your friend while you need me. If you need something, call me, blah, blah, blah. If you need to talk, if you don't understand something, like, be there. But you like, if you ain't committed to it, then why did you do that? Why did you do that? It's okay, though. If nobody told you didn't know, I did it a billion times not knowing it. I went out there with the best intentions. Who was that? Digital Underground had this song, and I forgot. This brother was rapping at the end, and he was talking about the different brand of people. And he was like, yeah, something like, I'm cool with the Righteous Brothers, but they keep trying to beat me over the head with it, right? Now, when he said that, I was like, yo, that was me. I'm the BDX on the flex. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm telling you right now, I'm freeing your mind, blah, blah, blah. Brother, you know what you doing? Man, I done it for Christianity. I went out there tearing people's things up. And I was asked at one point in time, like, yo, bro, why are you doing this again now? I'm like, because they need to know, man. They walking around with a lie. Okay, so you about to go tear up their foundation, right? Yeah, because they need to stand on the truth. And they go like, well, okay, well, listen. Now I don't know what to believe. So, like, look, I need to talk to you. I need to help you. You need to help me. Like, huh? Like, what, we got to exchange? We got to be friends now? Like, what, I got to stay and kick it with you? Like, would you got to have access to me to talk and shit like that? Like, I do what? Well, if I don't plan on providing those services, why am I walking in with just destruction and then leaving with a smile like I'm proud? That don't match. That don't match my vibration, so that's not my job. I ain't saying that ain't your job. And if that's your job, stop being ashamed of it. When it's pointed out, stop, you hating that. No, be like, yeah, dog, that's me. That's what I do. I'm designed to do that. When an elephant drops manure, we all don't give nothing about it. But a dung beetle, the bigger drop he gets, the woman comes on top because that's a treasure for them. They go find a cave. They had a baby. He guards it, right? Because that's how they feed. So the view that you have of that process, the dung beetle don't have it. That's manna coming from the sky. He's got to be in the right place at the right time. And, ooh, look what he got. The best of the best. He good. He don't care what you think because he on his shit. Take your time. Also, by the way, the elephant had already ate some stuff over there, had seeds, and dropped right there. And then also, when they got through it, seeds grew up, and that's how trees grow, and that's how God fertilizes everything. So it's waited upon. It's a jewel. It's a crown jewel. It's a source of life. It's prayed for. Some you detest. And you're the one that's going to tell me and my people and our children and our brothers and sisters, God said this, it meant that. And go after and attack them. Calm down. Believe exactly what you believe. Find out why you're doing it and understanding some of the hurt that I have already caused before you. And that a lot of other people are continuing. Because nobody said, why? If you believe in God, trust God with his children. Trust God with his process. Share God. Share your relationship. Share and attacking, they know they shouldn't feel the same. And I promise you, I have nothing but love for you because I know you're sharing it from your heart. And even if it ends sloppy, it was supposed to. It ain't supposed to always end sweet. Like, I ain't got nothing but love for you, respect for you. We're on the same team. I'm just sending off a different frequency, a different vibration. Not better nor worse. The one I was designed to. I need you to do yours. I needed every Jehovah's Witness to be who they were when I was on my path. I needed every Hebrew Israelite, every Muslim, every Christian in each form. I needed even my homies. I needed everybody to be them. Because they believe what they believe. Man, they showed me some beautiful things. I could ever look down on that. It's my foundation of awareness, my process. So we ain't got no type of ridicule, no type of hate. This is all love. Knowing that it hurts. But that's a part of growth. Growth hurts. We got to stop running away from it. It hurts because it's opening us up to something. Stop being afraid of that. It's going to be all right. Hasn't it always been all right? In 3 to 5 days, 30 days, you don't even remember.